Hi, hopefully you can see me. This is Sales Director Lisa Ferre, and thank you so much for checking into our live event this evening. And I just want to thank you ahead of time for your time. I know it's precious, and I know your consultants asked you to take the time to listen, to learn more about Mary Kay, whether it's for training for her or she sees something in you or would love to work with you. And our goal is that you learn about Mary Kay so that you become better educated customer, better educated hostess, and potentially, if this is something that you've been praying for or have looking for, that we can fulfill a need that you might have through Mary Kay. So I'm going to share a little bit about my story, and then I'd like to share what attracts women to Mary Kay and a couple things of what hold women back from Mary Kay. And I've had my journey in Mary Kay for 15 years. I've been building a successful business. I originally started when I was 18. I had no kids, no car, and no credit. And I say that because I was young, but my family did own a business. And so I understood work ethic. I understood the importance of running a successful business and the flexibility and the freedom of choices that it could provide a family. And so at the time, I was looking for an avenue of income to support myself through college. I was studying business and eventually wanted to go into business law. And then I decided that I knew I couldn't have that type of a career and be the mom that I wanted to be. And so I started building my business with Mary Kay solely to earn cash for college, and decided that I would take a break from school. And in that semester break was when I earned my first career car and started supporting myself with Mary Kay for 8 years single. And then that first car has multiplied into 6 Mary Kay career cars. And I share that with you because cars is a huge savings. You know, Mary Kay pays the taxes, the license, the registration, and most of the insurance. And so not having a car prior to Mary Kay and earning a car was a huge blessing. And I love not having a car that breaks down, but that everything's under warranty. So when you take it into the shop, there's no worry or stress or financial burden because of the car being taken care of through Mary Kay. And while we're on the car subject, let me tell you about the different cash options and car program cars that we have. So we have our Chevy Cruze, which you can select in white or red is the first level. Or if you decide you don't want the car, you can take cash, which is $375 a month. And then second is the Black Series, which is a Toyota Camry, Chevy Equinox, or a BMW. The third, if you decide you don't want the Black Series, that's $500 cash a month. And then $900 of cash a month if you decide you want the pink Cadillac. However, the pink Cadillac is a prestige position, and everyone always asks us at Mary Kay, do you earn a pink Cadillac? Do you drive a pink Cadillac? And so it's a great symbol of success that Mary Kay that icon that is created. And so that's really neat about the car program. Let me go ahead and share with you what we're looking for as a successful beauty consultant, so that way you can, as I go through additional information, know whether you would be something for you or not. And one thing that we look for is, on purpose, we look for women who are busy. And the reason that we look for women who are busy is because busy women are getting things done. That's what makes them busy. And so when I first started Mary Kay, I was going to school full-time. I was working part-time. I did volunteer in my community part-time. So I really only had time for one party a week. And I'm glad that I started with where I was, because then as my schedule changed, my career, the activity I put into it was able to change. And so supporting myself for 8 years, single, I did about 3 parties a week. Now, being a new mom, I might do 3, but I get to designate when those are and still have time with my family. And the second thing is we look for women who have more month than money. And the reason for that is because money doesn't buy happiness, it buys choices. And when someone has the opportunity to have more opportunity to earn more so that they don't stress out at the end of the month, then Mary Kay gives them that freedom to not have to worry about money. And so you can have a little bit, you put a little bit of time into, or you can have more if you put more time into it. So we on purpose look for women who have more month than money because they're motivated by those extra needs that they have for their family. The next group that we look for are women who are family oriented. Women will do things for our family that we otherwise don't. You know, I naturally, but now being a new mom, I've learned to give up some sleep. So I sleep less as a mom, but that's something that I definitely, we look for are women who are family oriented because we'll do things for our family that we otherwise wouldn't do for ourselves. The next group that we look for are those who are not the sales type. And you see, because Mary Kay is built on relationships, not a hard sell, we offer skincare and cosmetics. That's an easy purchase. And in an economy, that's one of the things that women will less likely give up because it is flexible in the budget and not going to break the budget if things are tight. You know, a woman can go and buy a new lipstick for $15 versus a whole new outfit for $100. And so that's something, not having to be the sales type. We teach you the skill of building relationships and running a successful business and presenting the product. And that's what makes us successful. Next, we look for women who are also not driven by their circumstances, but use their circumstances as a reason and are solution oriented. You know, because having a business, there's going to be choices and decisions. And so we look for women who are solution oriented, that when they have an obstacle, they find a plan, a B plan, a C plan, a D plan. The next group that we look for are women who are leaders, whether they're leaders in their organization, whether they're leaders of a household, their own home. You know, as women, we are natural leaders because we have positions to serve others, we have positions to help others, and we have positions in our career field that exercise and at church too that offer different gifts and talents that we have and to grow us individually. And so we look for women who love to be leaders or lead others because that's where we find the most maximum benefit that this company provides. And the neat thing with Mary Kay is for every dollar that goes into the company, we as consultants can earn back 86%. Yes, you heard me right. 86%. So it starts off with the sale of the product. Mary Kay is a selling-based business. It's not a recruiting-based business. So when we sell the product, we make a 50% commission. And then as a top team builder, as a consultant, we can earn, it starts at 4%, 9%, and then 13%. And what changes is our team size. So the company gives us a promotion as our team size grows. Isn't that cool? As the more we help the company, the more they give back to us. And so, and then as a top leader in Mary Kay, we also earn another 13% and then 10% in bonuses. So when you add those together, it's 50%, 13%, another 13%, and then 10% in bonuses, and that's how it's created the 86% in our income. And because of that schedule plan of financial, in my business, my highest income for 1 month has been over $8,600. It was really fun. It was right before Christmas. I remember leaving that check out on the counter, and I kept telling my husband I'd like to, you know, budget and become smarter with money, and he said, well, just make more of it. And when I laid that check out on the counter, he totally jumped on board and said, okay, this percentage is going to go into investment, this percentage is going to go on paying off the house, and this percentage is going to go here. And it was really fun for him to be part of it because of seeing that income come in. Men are more tangible that way. They like to see that. So that's something that's really important. The other thing that has been really valuable to me in my business with Mary Kay has been the flexibility. Just today, my little girl was not feeling well, and so instead of sending her off to daycare and pretending that she's okay or sending her off to play group, I chose to stay home with her and nurture her and moved my appointments around so that I could do that. I didn't have to ask for permission. I didn't have to ask a boss to do it. I didn't have to worry about if I was going to be marked down or written up or, not get my next promotion. And I loved having that flexibility. And ironically enough, it was kind of an aha day for me because I had a customer who was picking up a couple things, and she messaged me to tell me that her daughter was sick and that she wishes that she could just stay home with her. And it broke my heart, and I thought, what about, when I started Mary Kay 15 years ago, I didn't know I was going to have a daughter who would be sick on a day that I needed to take off. And I'm so grateful that I worked my business when I did so that I could still have the income come in, executive, and still be able to be home with her and live my priorities that Mary Kay says of faith first, family second, and career third. And in Mary Kay, we also believe in the golden rule and the go-give spirit. And what the golden rule is do unto others as you'd have done unto you. And the go-give spirit is to bless and to serve others, not expecting anything in return. And that's truly a company that gives, and the people inside also give. And I've been blessed with amazing friends in Mary Kay who are very supportive and who are positive in a positive environment and uplifting. It's allowed me to have healthy relationships. And as I've grown personally in self-confidence and self-esteem because of my business, it's allowed me to get out of unhealthy situations and unhealthy relationships. And so it allows me to be a better me and be the person that God has created me to be. And so a couple other things that I love about Mary Kay that has truly blessed my life and my family's life, which has been fun, are prizes. I'm going to show you one of the rings. It was my very first ring that I earned in Mary Kay. Hopefully you can see it. It was on the 40th anniversary, and it was for my sales for 1 month. Or not 1 month, sorry, for 1 year. And I remember thinking that when I first started Mary Kay, I was single, so I didn't have any rings, and I wanted some pretend rings. And it was so fun to earn that ring. And, having earned some diamond rings before getting married, my husband had a couple of expectations that he wanted to have as a wedding ring because of the prizes I've earned in Mary Kay. And I had a thought one day. I thought, you can make a six-figure working for other people, but you're not going to get the tax advantages that you would having your own business. And also the prizes that I've been a star consultant, which is a measuring that Mary Kay does each quarter that allows us to win prizes. And so that means that I have 54 prizes, and some of those prizes have been luggage. It's been an Apple TV. They've been picture frames, jewelry, luggage, trip vouchers. I remember when I was pregnant with my daughter, who's now almost 2, I earned a video camera monitor, which was $100 if I would have bought it myself, but I got it free as a prize. And then also a Playmate, which is another close to $100. And so those are things, matching silverware. I was really excited about matching silverware. But those are some prizes that I would have purchased with the profits that I made in my business, but instead of having to purchase them, I got to receive them as a prize. It's kind of like Chuck E. Cheese for adults. So it's really fun each quarter to look through the prize brochure and think about what I'm going to earn as that prize. And Mary Kay knew that as women we would be more motivated for prizes than we would for money. And she knew that she wanted us to give us prizes like diamonds and trips and things that we would not want to spend our money on, but we would enjoy having if we earned them or we could pass on to our family and generations. The other thing that I've loved in Mary Kay has been travel. I've seen some amazing places. I've been to a lot of different states because of my Mary Kay business, and when I travel for business, it's tax deductible. And 1 year for our family before having kids, our tax write-offs were a $12,000 savings to our family income. And so earning great money in Mary Kay is great, but also being self-employed and having a successful business, there's some perks and benefits to those tax deductions, and there's 21 legal tax deductions. And the great thing about Mary Kay is you're in business for yourself but not by yourself, so we actually get to train you and recommend you to professionals to help you save or earn more money. And so I really enjoyed the tax benefits. My mom did not wear makeup, and she was taking some finance classes and learned that she needed to have an in-home business. And so she started Mary Kay just simply for tax write-off so that she could save and have more money as her and my dad, not my husband, my dad, earned more money, that they could have more that they saved through tax, from those tax write-offs. So then they got to keep more of their tax return or pay less. And, you know, I oftentimes hear people say, you know, I'm just not passionate about makeup. And I'll tell you, before Mary Kay, I did not wear makeup. I've learned how to apply makeup. It's learnable. It's just like an art. You know, you can draw, you can color. Some are really good at it, some are not so good at it, but nobody dies from it, which is good. And so what I do love, though, is I love the choices that Mary Kay provides. I love the flexibility. I love the lifestyle. And I love the person that I've become. And that's what brings me passion, is those goals and joy and dreams that I have. And so Mary Kay is the vehicle to make that happen. I have a friend who lives on a ranch, and her mission in life is to save the wild, wild west. And Mary Kay pays for her airplane to get to town, and Mary Kay pays for her lifestyle to live on the ranch. And so Mary Kay is not her passion, but it's the vehicle that she can live out her passion. And so my question to you is, what are you passionate about? What brings you joy? And is what you're currently doing bringing helping you to achieve that passion or achieve that joy? Because that Mary Kay has always been the vehicle for me to either pay for the dream that I have, or pay for the passion that I have, or live the lifestyle that I dream of and that I have joy in. And it's the vehicle more than it is the main thing. The other thing that I've loved, like I said, is we have great friends in Mary Kay and the mentorship program. And just to kind of, I know I did mention that Mary Kay is not a recruiting-based company. It's a selling-based company. And so Mary Kay is not for everyone, but for those of you who are praying for more and who want to have more and have enjoyed what I've shared with you today, talk to your beauty consultant if you have any questions. And just know that our goal is to be the messenger. And if Mary Kay is not for you, then we want you to know that we love servicing you as a customer. Our customers are the heartbeat of our business. We love having our hostesses who can win free product and earn products at discounts. And so talk to your consultant about that. But if you're in that third group and you know there's been a tugging of your heart and you've been looking and praying for something more and you're thinking that maybe this is it, we would love for you to join us. And for making a quick decision, we honor decision makers. We actually give you a pink ice diamond ring, pink ice ring. It's some are diamonds, some are real, some are not. And so this is your first ring in Mary Kay, or your first prize for being a decision maker. And some of you might be thinking, this sounds really good, but what does it take to get started? And you know, it's $100 plus tax and shipping, and that gives you about $422 worth of retail product. And in that, let me show you what comes in the starter kit. And then while I'm doing that, in Mary Kay, we actually do not have any territories. So if you're thinking that this is something for you or someone that you know, you actually can refer or have those people as your customers or as your team members and earn from and service them even if you don't live in the same state as you. So here is a picture of what comes in the starter kit. And you can see, oh, sorry, it's backwards, but you can see this amazing bag. It looks like a Louis Vuitton or a Coach purse. They're really styling. And, you know, Mary Kay's gotten a new image lately because we are the beauty sponsors for Country Music Awards. We're the beauty sponsors for Project Runway. And so that's been huge promotion and advertisement. So we're actually looking for more beauty consultants to help host all of the new business and new buzz that's coming and new customers that are coming our way. And so I know that you'll want to let your consultant know what your interest level on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 being you loved hearing the information, you love the products, you love being a happy customer. 2 being, you know what, I'm going to refer some people to you. I might consider being a hostess for you. I might consider this in the future, just not right now. And I would just tell you, Mary Kay can be your backup plan. There's never a right time, and if you wait to do the right time, then you're probably most likely in crisis mode. And so it's always worth giving it a shot so that you have it as a background in case anything was to ever happen to you or your family. And oftentimes I show people what my reorder business is, and if I would have waited, I would have missed out on that income from having those customers come back to me and reorder the product, because there's the new business that are facials and makeovers and new customers that you're meeting, and then there's the reorder business that's customers that are coming back to you because of work that you did prior to. And then your team building is also a long-term investment in income that's like your retirement plan. And so if you've ever thought about, you know, if you've been thinking the money would hold you back, the $100, this is why you would start Mary Kay, so you're not in that position again, that you don't find yourself needing $100 and stressing over $100, because with Mary Kay you can create it. You know, a lot of times people say, well, I need a secure income. Well, my income is secure in Mary Kay because my work ethic is secure, and I love that I can put myself on the schedule and I don't have to worry about somebody else scheduling me and dictating my paycheck or the amount of times that I work, because I'm a hard worker. And so if I want to work more, I want to be able to. If I want to work less, I want to be able to. And so the other thing is, so hopefully the $100 is not holding you back, because if so, that's why you would do Mary Kay, so you're not in that position of needing $100 and not having it. The second thing is time. You know, we live in a busy society, and I'll tell you, the tools at our fingertips have made our business so much easier to do, that you can process a payment of a credit card for a customer on the go. You can send an order to a customer on the go. You can meet a new customer and show her the digital catalog and take some orders on the go. And so if you, my question would be to you is, if I could show you how to work this an extra 1 to 3 hours a week, could you find the 1 to 3 hours to make an extra $100 to $200? And if you could, then it's not about time, it's about value. We always find value. We always find time for the things that we value. And so hopefully you can see that earning more, having a flexible schedule, and making a difference in the lives of others will be valuable to the time that you'd be investing in Mary Kay. The other thing that could hold people back is, it sounds good, I just need to talk to my husband. And I understand that too. I would just make sure that he has the same information that you've heard, so that he can make an educated decision. And remember, you're going to be the one working this business, not him. Mary Kay always said, though, you can do this business without a husband, with a husband, but never against a husband. And, you know, I've worked this business single, married, newlywed, married, and now with a little one. So I've worked it through all transitions of my, from, I'd say, childhood to adulthood, or I guess teen, right? Teen to adulthood. And so that's definitely something. And then the other thing, like I said, there's never going to be the perfect time. So my question would be, why start now? What can this do for your family? What more could you have? Why would you want to give Mary Kay a shot now instead of later? And so back to my number 3 is, you know, this is definitely something you're considering. You're a little bit on the fence. You might consider about being a hostess, getting your feet wet. And then number 4 is, you definitely would are considering it, just like more information. And 5 is, you know what, I've heard all that I need to hear, and I'm ready to get started. I'm a decision maker. I want my first prize, and I'm excited to start making some income and have it be flexible schedule around my, around my need. One thing that people will say is, well, what if I'm not successful? Or I've known somebody who's done Mary Kay and they're not successful. Well, I'm talking to you and I'm successful. So if you want advice from successful people, that's who you're going to take advice from. One thing I did right in this business is I listened to those who were successful and I followed their lead and I followed their training and their mentoring, and therefore I created success. It's just like if I wanted to go to college, I'm not going to ask somebody who only has a high school degree or somebody who dropped out of college, because I'm going to ask someone who has paved the road to success in order to create success. And it's just like, you'll never know unless you try. And it's like the analogy of the bathtub. You could get the bath ready for you or your little one, but unless you touch it, unless you get in it, you'll never know if it's too hot, if it's warm, if it's right, if it feels good, if it doesn't feel good. You'll never know unless you jump in and give it a try. And so think of that analogy as you're making this decision. And then so 1 to 5, let your consultant know. And the survey for the drawing will be giving away $30 in retail product tonight and a Michael Kors clutch at the end of the next 4 weeks. So at the end of the month, or the middle of next month. And so the drawing code or password is, for listening tonight, is VISION. And you'll want to log into the survey, which is www.tiny.cc/, the diagonal, and M as in Mary, K as in kite, drawing, DRAWING. And so we'll be drawing at the end of this evening. So listen in and fill out that survey. And again, thank you so much for 30 minutes of your time to learn more about what I love and discover what many women and Marie Kay, who is now 31, actually we're in 37 different countries, have enjoyed through this amazing opportunity. And see you until then, and we'll look forward to hearing back from you, and good luck on the drawing. I hope you are one of our winners.